Hi, kindergarten. For today, we're going to talk about our Bible story and we're going to talk about how Jesus loves the little children. And have you guys ever met anybody famous or had someone famous come through your city or town where you lived and you were really excited? Or maybe somebody came through your school or your church and you're like, oh, they're famous, they're so cool. Think about that and think about how these children felt when Jesus came through their town. So I'm going to read this story and then I'm going to ask you a couple questions. So here's our story today, and it's called Jesus Loves the Little Children. Some people heard Jesus was coming to their town. They got very excited and they wanted their children to meet Jesus. They wanted him to touch their children and to pray for them. So they called their children, and when everyone was there, off the families went down the road toward the place where Jesus was. As these families got near the place where Jesus was teaching, they could see that he was talking to some grown-ups, and they could see that Jesus seemed very busy. But the people wanted their children to meet Jesus. Just then, some of Jesus' friends stepped in front of them, and they stopped the families from getting near Jesus. Jesus was busy talking to the grown-ups. His friends thought it was important for Jesus to talk with the grown-ups more than the children. The people with the children started to leave, and they felt so sad. But suddenly, they heard Jesus speaking to his friends. He had not wanted his friends to send the children away at all. "Let the children come to me," said Jesus. "Do not send them away. Children can show us what it really means to be a part of God's family." So the children came to see Jesus, and Jesus took them in his arms. He prayed for God the Father to help each one of them, and Jesus showed his love for the children. The children were very special to Jesus. What a wonderful day it was, and the children felt very happy because they got to meet Jesus. So that's our Bible story today. How cool do you think it would have been to be one of those children that got to meet Jesus? I would have been so excited. I think some of you probably would have crawled up in his lap and rubbed his leg, just like you guys do when special people come into our room at school. So a couple questions for you. These are like your quiz questions to see if you were listening really well. So who was Jesus talking to when the families came up? Remember, he was talking to the adults when the families came up. What did Jesus' friends do when they saw the families with the children trying to get close to Jesus? You're right. They stopped them and said, Jesus is busy and he's tired and he's talking to adults, which they thought were more important than the children. What did Jesus do when he saw that his friends were keeping the children away from him? He told his friends to let the little children come to him. And why do you think Jesus wanted to see the little children? Because Jesus loves the little children. He loves everyone. And children are very important to him. So those are your questions. Think about that today, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.